first year we began with just half an acre of land, and that half an acre has this diverse mix of but there are women now, and that's a case story that we are building actually. That family actually owns 12 acres of land. So from half acre, she has made a transition to the entire 12 acres, which is now converted to natural farming. She's modifying, adapting, but there is a transition that has been made. I think what is important is that the recognition, there are multiple levels where we see a lot of transformative potential in this kind of a model. So it's not just about agricultural techniques or that you're just changing practices in agriculture, but it's also about the autonomy. It's also about what I can decide and how my knowledge is also being recognized. I think these are all traditional knowledges where there is erasure of it all with this entire the agrarian paradigm that we have. All of this has been erased completely. But here there is a lot of space, as women are saying, that oh, this is something that we knew or I had seen earlier. And I know that this kind of cropping model is going to give me a very different kind of thing. Within my own home, I will have food to eat, etc. But simply the fact that my knowledge is respected, valued, I have a space here, I'm being heard. So I think these are also very important transformative, the potential that we are seeing in this kind of a model. Interesting examples that have come up also in terms of how otherwise it's a very interlocked market. In agriculture, you have a trader, you get the seed from that trader, and you have to sell at whatever price he says that you have, because you borrowed from me, you have to sell at this price. There is they feel that they have broken, free from that, because here is a seed variety that they are now able to also conserve and protect, and are able to exchange that seed variety. So no longer are they, caught in the trap of that interlocked market. So that was also very interesting, so how there are these, what you see as things which are very small, but which actually hold tremendous potential in terms of how it can challenge mainstream economies and the mainstream agrarian paradigm. But also structural inequalities. A few of our women, actually, they're sugarcane cutters, and it's all distress migration, right, in sugarcane harvesting. And they don't want to migrate, but they are forced to migrate because there is no employment opportunity. Now, some of them have actually said, we'll be happy to share those films with you. You can watch them later. They're just 5-6 minute videos where she's saying that it is because of this farming model that today I'm able to say no to the distress migration that I'm doing. Because it's so inhuman, the working conditions are bad, there's sexual harassment that happens at the work site, there are hysterectomies that have been reported because reproductive health is really at stake. So I'm able to, take a decision and not go for that kind of work because I have an alternative today. So even those kind of, spaces that, the model has created. Of course, I don't want to glorify it. There are huge challenges here that we are facing in terms of, climate events and crop raiding, animal attacks, etc. But the spaces are nevertheless extremely commendable. And caste, for example, most of the sugarcane cutters are also scheduled caste, Dalits. And when she started working on this model, people from the upper caste neighborhood families saw her farm and they said, oh, you have some very interesting varieties, varieties that we've completely lost. Can you share the seed with me? And for this Dalit woman, this was a moment of pride, that somebody from the upper caste has come to me and is actually asking for seed from me. Everything about purity and pollution is such a big thing, even now in a state like Maharashtra. And here is someone who's actually coming and asking me for, the seed variety that I have. So there are a number of, that's why I call it, we call it as a model that has transformative potential. So it's not just about certain techniques and practices in agriculture which change in how your ecosystem is managed, but it's also about the social justice it seems to offer.